They heard me say it. I said that. If I was on there, I said that.
Turn around, please. You did not.
Shekinah, you stopped them, and I said the same. You asked me, do you think I'm happier that you asked me the question and I answered it? So why would you sit there and say that?
Because I am.
But why would you sit there and say that I ain't say that?
You did.
I think she's happy. Yes, I did.
It wasn't loud and clear.
Tammy.
Yeah?
Tell me what's going on out there. What's going on?
Atlanta wasn't just buzzing that night, it was trembling to its core. A storm had erupted in the city, one so explosive that even the blinding camera flashes and screaming fans couldn't hide the collective shock that followed. The unthinkable had finally happened. Tiny had filed for divorce. And the reason? A betrayal so painful, so raw, that it shattered not only a marriage but an entire sisterhood. The courthouse that day looked like a stage for heartbreak. Witnesses described Tiny clutching the divorce papers as if they were the death certificate of her love story. The bold red word stamped across the top, divorce, screamed louder than any headline. As she walked past the paparazzi, her silence said everything. Her crown was gone, her dignity bruised, and her tears told a story of a woman betrayed by both love and loyalty. Within minutes, social media exploded. Hashtags like #TinyDivorce, #TIExposed, and #Shekinah pregnancy flooded timelines. Fans called it the death of hip-hop royalty's most enduring love. She gave him her loyalty, her youth, her everything, and this is how he pays her back. One viral post read. The internet wasn't just reacting, it was grieving. What had once been seen as a fairytale power couple was now a cautionary tale of deceit and heartbreak. But just when it seemed the story couldn't get any darker, it did. A leaked audio clip surfaced, allegedly of T.I. whispering a confession that could destroy everything. Tiny will never forgive me if this gets out, but Shekinah's baby might really be mine. The whispers spread fast. An anonymous nurse claimed T.I. had been seen sneaking into Shekinah's ultrasound appointments, hiding behind sunglasses, trying to stay unnoticed. Soon, screenshots, phone records, and anonymous statements began piling up. The receipts were damning. Then came the moment nobody could believe. Tiny and Shekinah reportedly came face-to-face in the courthouse hallway. Witnesses said the tension was suffocating. Tiny, crying but fierce, shouted, "You were my sister, and you slept with my husband." Shekinah, sobbing, allegedly replied, "He told me he was leaving you." What had once been gossip was now open war. Outside the Fulton County Courthouse, chaos reigned. Flashbulbs popped like lightning as Tiny stepped out of her car, eyes swollen from nights of crying. In her hands was a thick red folder, the divorce petition, the physical proof that one of hip-hop's most famous marriages was over. Fans screamed her name, some pleading with her to stay strong, others sobbing as if they'd lost a loved one. But this wasn't just a celebrity breakup. It was history unfolding in real time. Love turned to ashes before the world's eyes. Tiny, who had stood by T.I. through prison stints, scandals, and rumors, was now left shattered by the one betrayal she never saw coming. Her husband allegedly fathering a child with her best friend. The court documents confirmed what the world feared: irreconcilable differences caused by public betrayal and a hidden pregnancy scandal. Those words burned through the internet like wildfire. Within hours, a heartbreaking photo went viral. Tiny sitting alone in her car, mascara running down her face, divorce papers glowing under the dim light. The hashtags surged again: #TinyDivorce, #TIExposed, #Shekinah pregnancy. Some fans cried, others raged. She gave him everything. How could her best friend do this to her? It wasn't a scandal anymore, it was a tragedy. Then came the final blow. Another leaked audio clip, allegedly T.I. again, whispering the same haunting words about Shekinah's baby. That recording sent the internet into meltdown. TikTok filled with emotional breakdowns, Twitter threads turned into investigations, and Instagram comment sections became war zones. Overnight, T.I. went from a respected hip-hop mogul to public enemy #1. The rumors grew darker. A hospital insider claimed T.I. had signed in under a fake name at a women's clinic during Shekinah's ultrasound. The internet took that as confirmation. Why else would he be there? Fans argued. Here's the father. Then came the courthouse confrontation, the one that sealed the story in scandal history. Eyewitnesses said Tiny and Shekinah's voices echoed through the marble halls. Tiny allegedly screamed, "You were my sister. You destroyed my family." And Shekinah, trembling, could only whisper, "I didn't mean for this to happen." The betrayal was no longer rumor. It was reality. But the twist didn't end there. Industry insiders began whispering that VH1 producers had known about the affair weeks before it broke. Some even claimed the network fed the leaks to the press, using Tiny's heartbreak to fuel ratings for their reality show. If true, it meant this wasn't just a personal tragedy, it was a business move. Her pain had been packaged and sold as entertainment. And then, the cruelest cut of all came from Tiny's own son. King Harris allegedly posted a chilling Instagram story that read, "Some fathers don't deserve families." That one line broke the internet. Within minutes, it vanished, deleted, but screenshots had already spread everywhere. It was too late. The message was clear. The Harris family was broken beyond repair. The dynasty that once stood as hip-hop royalty had crumbled, not from outside attacks, but from betrayal within. And Atlanta, once the backdrop of their empire, was now the silent witness to its fall. It all began with whispers of a DNA test booked under Shekinah's name. The father's section sat ominously blank, the appointment date circled just days away. Blogs exploded, headlines roared. Tiny had already filed for divorce, but now science threatened to decide the future of the Harris legacy. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Fans raged, "T.I. can't hide forever." Others blasted Shekinah, "Tiny gave you everything, and this is your payback? You destroyed your own sisterhood." Betrayal from the inside cut deepest of all. And just when it seemed the scandal couldn't get darker, another leak surfaced, a shaky, grainy video supposedly filmed inside Shekinah's living room. She paced back and forth, tears streaming as she cried into her phone. On the other end, a voice fans recognized instantly, T.I. His words sent a chill across the internet. "Stay calm. We'll handle this together." Handle what? Handle how? Social media erupted. To millions, this was no longer rumor. It was a cover-up unfolding in real time. Then came the words that broke the internet. In the same clip, T.I. allegedly whispered, "The baby is ours, and I'll step up." Shekinah's trembling reply cracked through the audio, "But Tiny will never forgive me. She'll hate me forever." That exchange tore through every platform like a nuclear blast. Was this real? Was it T.I. confessing to the ultimate betrayal? Or was the entire thing staged to destroy him? Either way, the damage was irreversible. VH1 soon found itself dragged into the fire. Anonymous insiders accused producers of fueling the chaos, eager to turn heartbreak into ratings gold. Reports claimed the network had dangled millions for Tiny, T.I., and Shekinah to face each other on camera. Pain turned into primetime humiliation. Twitter exploded. VH1 has no shame. This isn't reality TV, this is human tragedy. Others swore the network knew about the secret all along and sat on it, waiting for the perfect moment to cash in. Through all of this, Tiny became more than a betrayed wife. She became a symbol of survival. Paparazzi captured her at her mother's home in Atlanta, standing blankly by a window, tissues piled on the sill like gravestones of her heartbreak. One heartbreaking image circulated with captions that gutted fans. "This is what betrayal looks like." Reports claimed Tiny hadn't eaten in days. Her whispered words to family spread online. "I gave him everything, and he gave me nothing but pain." But the scandal didn't just consume her, it dragged in the children. King Harris went live on Instagram, furious and unfiltered. His voice sliced sharper than any headline. "I don't care if he's my father. Real men don't treat women like this. Real fathers don't destroy families." The live ended abruptly, but clips spread instantly. Fans hailed him as the only truth-teller in a house full of lies. Tiny's daughter Zonique added fuel with a cryptic tweet, "Loyalty doesn't live here anymore." Retweets exploded, fans rallying to her while slamming T.I. for shattering not only his marriage but his children's trust. Then the scandal hit its peak with another bombshell. A reporter outside an Atlanta clinic snapped photos of T.I., hoodie low, sneaking inside at night. Whispers claimed he was attending Shekinah's second ultrasound. By morning, headlines screamed, "Caught again, T.I. spotted at clinic with Shekinah." The internet erupted. Proof. His guilty. His finished. Shekinah, once celebrated as Tiny's ride or die, was now branded the ultimate villain. Paparazzi swarmed her home, capturing her sobbing into her hands, begging for mercy. But none came. Twitter turned merciless, hashtags like #ShekinahSnake and #HomeWrecker of the Year trending worldwide. Comments cut deep. She betrayed a queen for a man who was never hers. Meanwhile, T.I.'s social media turned into a battlefield. His latest music promo post was drowned in fury. "Music won't save you now. Drop the DNA results. Not another track." Then came the press conference. Tiny, fragile but fierce, stepped to the microphones. Her voice cracked but her words burned. I'm done protecting him. I'm done hiding pain. Let the truth come out. I will not let my children live in lies. The room froze. Tiny had declared war, not just on T.I., but on the circus that had exploited her heartbreak. But darker whispers swirled. Insiders claimed Shekinah wasn't the only one. That T.I. had more secrets buried, more betrayals waiting to surface. If true, this wasn't the finale. It was just the beginning. And so Atlanta waited. The world waited. Everything hinged on one thing: the DNA test. If the results confirmed the rumors, the Harris empire wouldn't just stumble, it would collapse brick by brick before millions of eyes. Even if the results cleared him, one truth was already undeniable. Tiny's trust, her love, her loyalty were gone forever. This wasn't just gossip. It wasn't just scandal. It was the televised destruction of a family. Finally, the day arrived. Outside the Atlanta courthouse, the scene looked like Judgment Day. Crowds of fans, paparazzi, bloggers, and reporters pressed against barricades, chants clashing with the blinding flashes of cameras. Inside, silence swallowed the room. Tiny sat with her lawyers, tissues clenched in trembling hands, her eyes raw but unflinching. Behind her, Shekinah sobbed into her attorney's sleeve, a woman once called sister, now branded traitor. At the defense table, T.I. sat stone-faced, refusing to meet either woman's eyes. Then came the words that detonated everything. The judge unfolded the paper and read aloud. The probability of paternity, 99.9%. Gasps ripped through the courtroom. Shouts echoed in the halls. Reporters bolted outside, screaming into cameras. The Harris empire had just fallen.